Alright guys, so the February 7th update patch note is released into the game, so let's go over it together and see exactly what we're getting. And I do have some images as well, just like always, so let's look at it together guys. I haven't looked at it yet, so this is going to be like my pure reaction here. So we have the February 7th update here, and just realize some portions of the update might change, and if it does, then they're going to update it onto the update notice right over here on this direct page on inside of the game. So if you want to see any changes that may have happened, just come back to this during the day of the update. All right, and also it says that the update schedule may change depending on various factors. I don't know if they will change the February 7th. It might just be the timing. All right, so here we go. Let's see first right here that we're getting is the World Exploration Beast-Yeast episode 2. So our second episode is coming out for Beast-Yeast. Our journey in the continent of Beast-Yeast continues. Join the adventure in the next episode, Theater of Lies. So episode 2, Theater of Lies, follow White Lily Cookie's footsteps and complete the story collection. Collect White Lily Cookie's final memory shard as you progress through the episode. Beware of paper storms that deal damage against allies and inflict vampiric bite in the Beast-Yeast episode, Theater of Lies. Save the fairy kingdom from lies and deceit with White Lily Cookie, Gingerbrave, and other cookies. Man, it's been a while since we had vampiric bite get, actually mentioned inside of the game. This is a debuff that was actually, exclusive to Vampire Cookie with the magic candy. And then other, bosses started having it inside of, raid and stuff. Now we're getting this inside of Beast-Yeast episode 2. So we'll have to see how that goes. It seems like it's going to be the same concept as the story, normal, and then the hard difficulty as well. So we do have the Skirmish raid as well, the Circus of Shadows. All right. Shadow Milk Cookie has summoned the Ringmaster. Defeat powerful bosses in Skirmish raid, Circus of Shadows. Unlock Skirmish raid by clearing stage 8-30 in Crispia. World Exploration. Skirmish raid has 3 difficulty levels, easy, normal, and hard. You can enter the battle by using Skirmish raid tickets. First of all, 8-30 is what you need to clear to unlock Beast-Yeast. So as soon as you unlock Beast-Yeast itself, you're gonna have access to this Skirmish raid as well for this particular event. Alright, so Skirmish raid battles have 3 stages and use 3 cookie teams. So we saw that inside of the video. Each stage changes depending on the HP of the Ringmaster. Each difficulty has different Ringmasters. The welcoming Ringmaster uses a force field and is vulnerable to defense reduction. The Ringmaster of Shadows uses a hit shield and is vulnerable to light type skills and cookies who can deal a lot of hits. The Hollow Ringmaster uses spores and various debuffs to attack. You can dodge the Ringmaster's attack by tapping on various action buttons. You can earn points through battles. If you are defeated in battle, your points are counted up until the time you are defeated. If your team is defeated, you can receive a portion of the stage rewards. Your skirmish rank and player ranking will be calculated according to your score. Defeat powerful bosses in skirmish raid and receive all sorts of rewards. Alright, we'll have to see how much the reward is and how the scoring is going to be with the system where even if you're defeated, right, you're still gonna get those points. And it seems like we have the action buttons that we have seen previously with the developer commentary. They showed us how dodging, and then I think inside of the trailer video it did have that card matching as well. So we'll see how that goes. But it says right here, Ringmaster, the welcoming Ringmaster uses a force field, vulnerable defense reduction. Something like Milky Way might be used again. We have Rebel. We have possibly other cookies that like Space Donut. We might just be able to see those cookies come back for these particular raids because defense reduction is good. Captain Caviar is another great one. And then the Ringmaster of Shadow uses his shield and vulnerable to light type. That no-brainer right there. Something like Madeline, as well as without a doubt Creme Brulee, because it even shows you right here cookies who can deal a lot of hits. There's no one that out damages Creme Brulee in that sense as well. All right, so we do have that. Maybe Squid Ink also might come back. We have Macaron, who can also do quite a lot of hits. We have, I think, White Lily as well as Frost Queen and all those other cookies too do quite some hits as well. So we'll see how that goes. And then it doesn't say right here, the Hollow Ringmaster, what that particular Ringmaster is going to be vulnerable to and things like that. It just says it uses spores and various debuffs. That means that White Lily, most likely Silver Bell, and Mercurial Knight are going to be vulnerable to the spores, I want to say. Alright, but we'll see how that goes once the update does drop. But we do have the Mercurial Knight cookie as the next epic. We do have another charge here, so we'll see how good Mercurial Knight is compared to something like, you know, burnt cheese as well as fettuccine now, as well as actually Financier, right? Those three are the epic tanks, right, that are used right now. So we'll see how that goes. With the power of Mercury, Mercurial Knight cookie's regular attacks are strengthened, dealing area damage to enemies and casting Mercury poisoning. Alright, so that is the cleave damage, it seems like, right? Mercurial Knight cookie will then land his final strike, dealing damage and additional damage based on the number of Mercury poisoning stacks. When Mercurial Knight cookie is inflicted with the debuff, he will gain an amalgamation buff, and when he gains enough stacks, he'll dispel all debuffs and enter Mercury Storm mode. In Mercury Storm mode, Mercurial Knight cookie will not receive an amalgamation buff. Due to his Mercurial armor, Mercurial Knight cookie is immune to the spore dispersal and mushroom mutation effects. While Mercurial Knight cookie is using his skill, he will briefly become resistant to interrupting effects. When Mercurial Knight enters the battlefield with Silver Bell cookie, the Silver Knighthood buff will activate. So this is the hidden skill, kind of like how it was with Golden Cheese as well as Burnt Cheese. But let's talk about it here. So amalgamation buff, as well as when he gains enough stacks, he's going to enter this Mercury Storm mode. It seems like we don't, it's just kind of very similar to how White Lily is as well, right? Enough stacks of the of White Lily, you dispel, and then you also heal. However, this time around for Mercurial Knight, it's just going to be for Mercurial Knight and enter that extra mode. Doesn't seem to show you what it might be, what kind of buffs it might be, but he does seem like he's going to be a very offensive charged tank that we're going to get. And we'll also see how the Silver Bell cookie skill is going to be when they come into battle together. Alright, so if you guys watched the trailer video, you would have seen the mystical or mystic costume as well. So pure vanilla cookies, mystic gold, the costume is here, as well as White Lilies. You know, I kind of saw the image, and I'm gonna show you guys right now, and that is going to be the image. So I guess the exchange system is an exchange system, but it's exchanging for the mystic costumes instead. So it doesn't seem like you're able to go and buy the legendary costumes using the brilliant star crystals, just like what we were assuming according to the leak. So the leak is not completely wrong, it was just wrong in exchanging for legendary costumes. It is exchanging for a particular reskin or color theme of the or for the legendary costume. So it says right here, mystic costumes are costumes with a special color theme. You can only equip the mystic costume after you obtain the base costume. So I wished it was different. I wish there was a pity system, because this pity system or the legendary costume right now, pity as or just the whole system is just, it's just not that great, to be honest. I'm gonna be really honest with the costume. It's just, there needs to be a better system. It's just too hard, especially with the amount of rainbow cubes we get. Not having a guaranteed a system for legendary costumes too, it's stressful. It's way too stressful. We have too many things to stress about in this game. I don't think costumes that give stats should be another major factor. Of course, I mean, like, it's a legendary costume, so I understand that, but I think there should still be a way for players to be rewarded for the amount of like rainbow cubes that they have saved and used or even bought. Like, come on, let's let's get something added onto the game. All right, but here we go. Mystic Costume Shop is gonna be using right here emerald pins as well as brilliant rainbow crystals. So Mystic costumes are not included in the regular costume, feature costume, and legendary costume gacha. So you can't get these from the gacha itself, right? It's a reskin. You have to buy them after, or you have to buy them and then you can only be used after you obtain the base costume. It seems like we might get some more of these later down the line as well. But we have the new Mystic costumes for the emerald pins as well as the brilliant rainbow crystals or star crystals, rainbow crystals. So it seems like when a new Mystic costume comes out, you're gonna have to purchase them using the emerald pins. And then after it's been released and in past seasons, or like, you know, after a couple season pass or season passes, then you'll be able to purchase the one that you haven't done or that you haven't bought with the emerald pins, and now you can use the brilliant rainbow crystals to buy the Mystic costumes. However, the exception this time around is going to be that the Viridescent Daydream, which is the pure vanilla one, will be available for purchase using brilliant rainbow crystals instead of the emerald pins, because the emerald pin is going to be used for the white lily costume. Okay, so again, I don't know how it's going to work. We'll have to see how the system will kind of impact the game. I don't think it's going to be huge. I don't know what kind of buffs they're going to give, but, you know, it's just the cosmetics. You know, if we're going to add this, I personally think that they should add a pity system for the legendary costumes. But we'll see. So emerald pins and brilliant rainbow crystals can be obtained through events, event passes, kingdom passes, and packages. You guys probably already know that. Emerald pins are going to be, converted after, because this is strictly for events that are going to have Mystic costumes, it seems like. And if you don't use them, every 10 emerald pins are going to be giving 1 brilliant rainbow crystals. Okay, and then brilliant rainbow crystals are going to stay with you. They're not going to disappear. And you can use brilliant rainbow crystals to purchase returning mystical costumes. So with it requiring 2,000 emerald pins to get the white lily mystic costume and 3,000 brilliant rainbow crystals for the pure vanilla one, I'm gonna have to see how it's gonna work. So right now, currently, I think I have I've gotten everything. I have 750 of the brilliant rainbow crystals. That's nowhere enough for 3,000. I have 1,660 for the emerald pins, which means that I should be able to get white lilies most likely next update. But for pure vanilla, I have to see. I might have to go buy stuff just to review it then. But yeah, let's see how that goes. Humble costume is back as well. This is a seasonal one. I guess they're returning it, not adding a new one. They're just adding the new season one. This is a seasonal one, so this will disappear after, just like how it was. And it's a special one, just like how the recent one with the Stardust, Space Soda, and Milky Way also disappeared. We also now have the new Kingdom Profile Badge feature. You can now decorate your Kingdom Profile with badges. Tap on the profile picture. And then you can change your profile background and badge. You can also check the requirement needed to obtain it. You can check the equip profile background and badge in your kingdom or when visiting a friend's kingdom. So it's a little decoration feature. We also do have some changes and improvements. One in White Lily Cookie skill. Let's see what has been changed. Fixed an issue where the number of Lily Restoration buff would activate less than intended. The Lily Restoration buff's healing effect will activate to a certain degree when White Lily Cookie uses her skill. We have Blackberry Cookie skill. So improve Blackberry Cookie skill to increase crit and attack speed, and cast an HP shield to help with survivability and attack in certain battle modes. Very interesting. All right. They're recognizing Blackberry as the best rare cookie, right? They're giving that one notice again. And we're adding Blackberry to the possible now with this. You know, Blackberry actually might just be possibly added into the Avatar of Destiny. I know there's Sonic team right now, and Sonic might actually be replaced with Blackberry just because of this. We have the crit as well. So, oh, actually no, probably not, because we still need Sonic to dodge. We'll see how this one goes. Maybe we'll replace Minchoco. I don't know. We'll see. The ghosts rush through the enemy formation, striking them several times, increasing the party's crit and attack speed, and casting an HP shield is a new skill. So we have some difficulty adjustment for Beast-Yeast. So everybody who has been wanting, it's gonna happen. Difficulty for normal stages, stage 30 has been lowered. We have the number of spore dispersal for hard has been lowered as well. Difficulty for hard stages 1 to 18 has been lowered. I guess they're keeping 19 through 30 a little bit still the regular to keep the quote-unquote challenge, right? I mean, still need that a little bit. We have the bounty UI improvements, and then we have cookie UI improvements as well. And then the Milo Shop Creme Brulee is finally been added. You guys can go buy his soul stone. Make sure to go get it. He is definitely needed. But that is pretty much it, guys. I think that's a good chunk of update for the second part. And then, of course, we're most likely going to be getting the third part. Third part, we might see Elder Fairy. I don't know if we're going to actually see Elder Fairy with this particular update. We might see it afterwards. But yeah, let's see how this goes. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys are excited about. Of course, we'll see how the costume goes and the costume feature goes. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you guys all on the next one.